Hi, I'm John Moulis and welcome to another one of my mountain climbing videos. I'm here in between Weston Creek and Tuggeranong in Canberra at the moment, and I'm about to climb Mt Arawang. Now, we're here at Namatjira Drive. There's a lot of traffic at the moment, so I'll put the camera on. I've got the GoPro here with the chest strap. I'll put it on and we'll climb Mt Arawang. Okay, there'll be a bit of a rocky picture for the next couple of seconds, so here goes. We're now here on Namatjira Drive. You can see the cars coming past. We got a bit of a wind, a bit of a strong wind at the moment, so you'll hear a bit of a rushing noise from the wind. Here we go, about to climb Mt Arawang, and there is Mt Arawang, variously known as the little brother of Mount Taylor. Of course, Mount Taylor, I climbed Mount Taylor in a couple of my other mountain climbing videos. Just go through the gate here. Mount Taylor and Mount Arawang are only about 1 kilometre apart. I mean, you can see Mount Taylor there behind me. And there's Mount Arawang, little brother of Mount Taylor. It's not as tall as Mount Taylor, but they look very similar from a distance, Mount Taylor and Mount Arawang. Now, this is the preliminary part of the track up Mount Arawang. It's a horse paddock, this. There are no horses here at the moment, thank goodness. So we'll have a clear run. And just past the second gate there is the formal start of the track up Mt Arawang. Now, there's only one track up Mt Arawang. Unlike Mount Taylor, there's 4 tracks up Mount Taylor. But Mt Arawang, there's only one track up Mount Taylor, up Mt Arawang. And it's a fairly steep track. It goes straight up the side of Mount Arawang, and it's a rough track too. It hasn't been formed or anything like the tracks on Mount Taylor. Not as popular as Mount Taylor, Mount Arawang. Mt Arawang was added to the Canberra Nature Park after the rest of the nature park. It was a pastoral lease right up until 1993. And in 1993, the ACT government took control and it became part of Canberra Nature Park. There is Mount Taylor behind us. And here is Mt Arawang. Hey, look, I don't know whether you can see those kangaroos there. few of the boys, few of the kangaroos there. Hopefully I'll get a bit closer to them on the track. Now we're about to come up to the second gate here, and we will formally start the walk up Mt Arawang. Mt Arawang is between Weston Creek and Tuggeranong. Mount Taylor, behind me, is between Woden and Tuggeranong. Okay. We've had a bit of rain during the week, so the track might be a bit slippery, but we'll press on as best we can. Just go through the second gate. We've got a third gate here, and this is the start of the Mt Arawang walking track. Okay, there's the sign for the Mt Arawang Summit Trail. Just this little bridge here across the floodway. There's a bit of the view from the bottom here. There's Mount Taylor again. Right, here we go. A few little steps here. There's the sign. As you can see, it's a fairly steep track. There's no zigzag track up this mountain. It's just directly up the side of the mountain. Okay. As I mentioned, we had very heavy rain during the week, but the track here seems to have stood up well to it. Here's a bit of the view. That's a suburb of Canberra. That's Tuggeranong there. Okay, continue our walk. Seen any kangaroos so far. Might be a bit too many trees here for them, I think. Mount Arawang has two summits, the tallest one and the shortest one. You get to the shortest one first, and then you've got to walk a little distance to get to the main summit. The main summit has a trig point on top of it. Okay, we're about halfway up Mount Arawang. can see my car down there. I thought there'd be a few other cars down there today, but on the way here on Selwood Drive, I went past the car park for the Mount Taylor track, and there were about 10 cars there. You can see Mount Taylor there, Namatjira Drive. That's a really big wattle tree in front of me. Look at it, huge. And we're only a few days away from the start of spring, so all the wattles are blooming at the moment. Ooh. Right, we're nearly at the top. We've just got to adjust that. You can see the track we've still got to go on. See a little bit of snow there on the Brindabellas. There's our view from about 3/4 of the way up. We'll continue up. I last climbed Mt Arawang about 3 years ago. It was the first time I'd climbed it after 40 years of living in Canberra. This is only the second time I've climbed Mt Arawang. Okay, continuing on. We don't have much further to go. I think as soon as we get over that bit there, we should be at the first summit. Got a bit of wind at the moment. You're probably hearing that at the moment. not quite t-shirt weather today. There's a cold wind because there's still got snow down in the snowy mountains. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks that'll all melt. There'll be no snow and we can all enjoy summer. There you can see a wattle tree. Got a few wattle trees on this mountain. We're getting very close to the summit now. Right, here we are at the first summit. You can see in front of me the trig point. It looks like there's a guy there at the trig point, so I'm not alone. There's Weston Creek down there. Mount Arawang proper. Here at the first summit of Mount Arawang. In front of us is the proper summit of Mount Arawang, the trig point. Like there's any kangaroos up here, unfortunately. Looks like it's a girl up here, not a guy. She's got a camera there. Okay, here we are at the summit of Mount Arawang. Hey.
I got a GoPro.
Yeah. You're not making a movie to put on YouTube.
Where'd you walk from to?
Down Namatjira Drive.
Oh, there is it.
Yeah.
One of my favourite spots up here.
Yeah. Not as popular as Mount Taylor, but
Yeah, it's still nice though.
yeah. There,
It's a lot quieter than Mount
yeah. There you can see the Telstra Tower on Black Mountain and all of Weston Creek and South Canberra. There's Woden over there. There's Mount Taylor, which is Mt Arawang's big brother. And there's Tuggeranong. Yeah, see ya. Just move to the side a little bit here and you can see down there is Weston Creek. There's the trig point here on Mt Arawang. Pardon me for a minute. Okay, we're just about to leave Mt Arawang now. Wait until that girl walks on a little bit and then we'll walk down Mt Arawang again and back to the car. Okay, here we go. We're coming back down the mountain. There you can see the little dip in between the two summits of Mt Arawang. Just move the camera a bit so you can see it. And we'll continue on back to the smaller summit of Mt Arawang. Hurting a bit. The top underneath where you do up the laces is cutting into the top of my foot. That's not supposed to happen. Biking boots are supposed to be comfortable. Here we are on the second summit of Mt Arawang. Just past here we'll continue on. That view there, which is the view towards the Brintabellas, wait on. I mean, if you just looked out on that view alone, you'd think we were right in the middle of the wilderness here. You wouldn't think that we were right in the middle of Canberra. you know, between two of the satellite cities of Canberra, but we are. You know, you just look the other way in any other direction and there's houses and streets everywhere. Okay, we're a couple of seconds when we're leaving the summits of Mt Arawang. I mean, there's where we just came from. You can see the trig point back there. There's Weston Creek, and there looks like a rough track there winding its way. Of course, if you keep going that way, you'll come up to another trig point on Coolaman Ridge, which is right there where Chapman is, the suburb of Chapman. Okay, here we go. She'll be coming down the mountain when she comes. Just coming down the mountain now. These new hiking boots had better grip well. The tracks are a bit wet from the rain we had during the week. There's that big wattle tree, not as big as the one further down though. That's the suburb of Canberra, which you can see in front of you there. Now we're coming up to the really steep part. Steep here, coming down these steps made out of wooden logs. There's a bit of erosion there, that's why I'm going on either side of them. Right, there's Mount Taylor again. Just coming up to the second part of the track, past this little peak here. There's that girl right down the bottom. I mean, the sun at the moment is hot, but the wind is really cold. It would be a really nice day, real t-shirt weather, if only that wind wasn't blowing. I mean, there's Namatjira Drive down there. My car's still there. Oh, gee, these shoes are hurting. I mean, it's the top lip part on the right shoe, under where the lace is not up, and it's really cutting into the top of my shoe. It's the first, top of my foot. I mean, it's the first time I've worn them. I mean, they cost me about $140, these shoes. These Wolverine hiking shoes. They haven't auditioned well at all, these shoes. I don't know what can be done about it. There's that really big wattle tree in front of us. We're nearly down at the bottom. Oh, can't wait to get these shoes off. Terrible. Yeah. See how big that tree is there? Huge. We're nearly down at the bottom now. Only a little bit to go. Then we'll be back at the horse paddock. Right, we've nearly finished our summit walk. Just a little bit longer to go. There's Mount Taylor again. Okay, we're nearly here at the little bridge again. Okay, this is it. There's the welcoming sign. There's the sign for the Mt Arawang Summit Trail. That's where we've just come from. You see the mountain there. There's the little bridge across the floodway. It's only got a railing on one side of this bridge. Don't know what's happened to the railing on the other side. There's a trail, a horse trail. There, I'm pretty sure that's the Bicentennial Trail, part of the Bicentennial Trail. Okay, we're just coming up to the first of 3 gates. Right on the second gate here. Just get through it. And we'll go across the horse trail. There's our kangaroos are still there. They're having a bit of a rest there. They're sitting down and enjoying the sunshine. Ah, there's another car's joined my car there. Looks like a father and his kid coming up here. In front of us you can see Mount Taylor. Just walk along here and that'll be the end of it. I could walk over to those kangaroos over there, but if I get close to them they'll probably hop away, but got company here. Hey. I might just try and walk over to those kangaroos over there and see if I can get some shots of them. Better be very quiet. Better not make all that much noise, because I don't think they're too used to people, these kangaroos up here. One of them's looking at me. Getting a bit closer to them now. And one of them's gotten up. See how far. Ah, look, they're all hopping away now. There's a couple are still there. See how close I can get to them. One's hopping away. There's one still there. As you can see, he's looking at me. He's started hopping away. There they go, hopping away. Well, there's Mt Arawang, where we've just been. Okay, we're going back to the car now. Just finished our little diversion with the kangaroos. Just coming up to Namatjira Drive, the little, it's not even a car park, it's just a little track off the side of the road where people park their cars. Okay, there's our two cars by the side of the road. Just coming up to the final gate. There you have it, Mt Arawang. Climb up Mt Arawang. I'll just take the camera off now. Well, Well, there you have it. Oh, 46 minutes it took. I didn't think it'd take that long. But there you go. There's our little walk up Mount Arawang. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it enjoyable and educational. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and all the best. See ya.